Podcast.
Because I changed an altitude.
Oh,
That shit went to his fucking brain.
damn. So what do you have?
He had a toothache or something like that, like something with the tooth.
Maybe you had a cyst in there.
Could be something like that.
Oh, well, welcome
But
back.
had he stayed here,
He's talking about cyst. That's fucking gross, bro.
yeah.
It's just weird. Like,
Anything left without being checked out could honestly be a problem, bro.
Facts.
That's the worst part. Like, especially like being Hispanic, like you're like, oh fuck that, I'm not going to the doctor.
yeah.
But it's like recently I've been going to the doctor and like I got all these fucking things wrong with me and I'm like, oh fuck, how the fuck am I gonna make it to like 40? But it's like you just gotta go get checked out.
I have the bitchiest story about not going to the doctor. I used to not like to go to the doctor because I was afraid. I don't want to hear them call me fat. I know I'm fat. So I was afraid, like,
Oh, bro,
hey, you're a fat piece of shit.
I was the same way, bro. I was like, man, motherfucker, I weigh 275. What you mean I'm fucking fat? It's like now I weigh like 315. I was like, oh yeah, you're fat.
But when you passed out at the gym, you already knew you had like a heart thing, right? That
Well, see, I had it in
AFib or whatever.
I didn't know I had it at that time. I had
Oh.
it before in the past 2013, right?
Damn, was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was 2013 because it was when I was working in the hospital, and that shit. It happened like I thought I was dehydrated when that first happened because that's a sign of dehydration. You feel your shit, and
I think you say I thought I was just hungry.
and then so I didn't. I didn't have none of the signs of feeling my heartbeat go fast or nothing. I thought I was just working out hard at the gym. So I was, like I said, the last thing I remember was just catch your breath, Chris, catch your breath.
Yeah.
Then boom, I just remember being after that. It was like I was driving a car. For real, I went to me driving a car and Alex sitting next to me, and he was talking. And I couldn't understand what he was saying. It was like whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, oh yeah, what did you say? And like had him repeat like 4 or 5 times.
But that was you coming to and shit, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, it wasn't because then after that, what I was looking at the road turned into lights, and what the lights were when I was looking up at the gym lights because I was on the floor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You were hearing gibberish from
The guy,
yeah.
this guy I just shout out to him. He was a dope dude. He was a white dude with a backwards hat and the Under Armour fucking hoodie.
Let's see, Buster.
And he's like, "You okay? You okay?" I was like, "Where the fuck? How the fuck did this happen?" And then that's when I came home. I didn't take an ambulance. Came home. I watched Snowfall. And
Speaking of Snowfall, bro, have you caught up on it?
I'm not the newest episode. The first 2 episodes I've watched, but
I
not
haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's a slow build, but you can see it's gonna get fucking crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
If you haven't watched that yet, Hector, you should check it out.
I have not.
It's
You
a
haven't
show.
watched Snowfall yet?
No.
It's about the whole '80s crack
Epidemic.
pandemic.
I've been like really caking it lately and watching shows like Love is Blind.
What the fuck is that?
Basically, people go into this show and there's a boy side and a girl side, and they agree that they're going to talk to each other through pods, through a wall. So they're speakers, and they can hear each other's
Yeah,
voice.
you know what? At this point, I don't even go. Fucking
But you know what? I give the show props because, is there any gay stuff in it?
No,
So I give the show props, bro.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I heard you keep rewatching episode 1 of Euphoria.
I've never seen Euphoria.
Me either.
I
Well, I lied. I walked in the house and my girl was watching episode 2, and I was like, "Oh, you watched episode 1 already, did you?" But she was watching episode 2, and I saw like the last 15 minutes of it or whatever, and I was like, "All right, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm
Freddy
done."
only watched manly shows like Vikings, Valhalla.
Speaking of, I'm watching that new spinoff of it.
Yeah, Valhalla.
Yeah, it's 100 years into their future, I guess, from then. But it's just starting off, like I said, it's a slow build. But it's cool to see like they're back to where they started and shit and everything else, and it's all right.
Yeah, this one actually has like Leif Erikson, right?
No clue that is.
The man who initially, I guess, founded, not founded, but came over to America.
He's the
You know
real.
how they credit
You
Columbus?
mean Christopher Columbus?
No, they
No,
credit.
Leif
Christopher
Erikson.
Columbus.
Well, no. Actually, in the last season of the Vikings, and this is probably a spoiler to whoever's not even watching it. I don't care. It's old, but so actually, they actually went on a boat and I was gonna say swam and sailed through the Atlantic, and they actually ended up in Canada. So that was supposed to be him.
No shit.
Yeah. So and I was like, oh shit, because I was still watching it, like after I had finished, and you know, on Google,
Yeah.
it shows like articles or whatever, and it showed that. I was like, huh, how weird. Like, I'm watching, you know, Viking show, and this pops up, and I read it, and it was like, yeah, that supposedly that person, I guess, person you're talking about, was the first person to actually go into North America.
Yeah.
You know, so and then when I watched the last like 2 episodes or 3 episodes, I think it was that guy or the character at that time from that show, Vikings out Valhalla, and he went to Canada and shit and everything else. I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking show, bro.
You know,
It is, bro. Like,
It's a real show.
when you look back at the history, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
it was just a group of people that sailed to other places, and this is mine now. And they just killed and took whatever they wanted.
With no GPS, like no nothing, bro. Just like the sun.
well, all them shows are dope as shit because that 1880.
1883.
Yeah, that shit's dope. And then I'm starting to watch that Yellowstone. I'm like in 4 episodes in,
Oh, is it good?
and yeah, they're
Yeah, well, 1883 is a sequel of.
quote unquote prequel because
Yeah.
because you know Yellowstone's today's day and age, so it's basically that land, all that shit. It's still like it's crazy because they're still fighting over that shit to this day. Like,
To
Really?
this day.
yeah, because it's
To
like
this day.
like Indian chief is trying to get it from Dutton, and shit like that. It's
Yeah,
fucking crazy,
I know
bro.
that.
Yeah, it's dope as shit. And
But I
then-
see they're
So
not making.
Yellowstone's set in today's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're not even making because it was just like a little prequel thing. They're not making another season of.
So it was like a
1883.
mini series, like
Yeah, just a mini series because like one of the main characters dies and shit, or two of them do. I think 3 of them. I guess whatever. But it's a good ass show, bro. Like I like watching like those 1 season shows.
Yeah,
Like, I like it. I hate it. Because
I was just telling
to be
fucking
fair, we were just talking about you before you even got here.
really?
because
Yeah,
I was like,
you were arguing about Ozark. I'm not going to watch something that's 4 seasons, and Chris is like, "Well, to be fair, you just watched 4 episodes." That
Oh
were
no,
a season apiece.
I watched 4 series
4 series that were
that
a
were
season apiece.
they were a season apiece with like 10 episodes each.
So I came to your defense and I said, "Well, maybe Freddy just wants to get a little bit of variety in his
Yeah,
viewing
bro.
time."
You know, shit.
motherfucker.
But no, yeah, but I see what I told you. I saw 1883. That was a good ass show.
I'm really glad somebody
You should-
else finally said it because I had said it multiple times while I was watching BMF. I was
Oh,
like,
BMF.
"This motherfucker looks like Derrick Rose.
Dude, he looks
Like,
just
he
like
looks
Derrick
just like
Rose.
fucking Derrick Rose."
Yeah, I was like looking at him, bro. I was like, bro, he reminds me of somebody. And sure enough, I was like, that motherfucker looks like Derrick Rose, bro. Before the braids and shit, or
He looks anything like his dad.
the
Big
dreads.
Beach.
I'd have to see his dad.
I can't see his dad. I can only see Derrick Rose, bro. If you ask me, bro, Derrick Rose is his daddy. Shit.
What you call it? Fuck. I wonder if they're gonna do any more of that show. But that was a dope ass show.
It's
Well, that show
definitely more to do.
That season only came out. What? Last year, right?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
Yeah, so it's gonna take another year,
50 Cent
probably.
been pumping them out because as soon as like
Oh.
one season
that was
ends,
52?
yeah.
He was part of it. Yeah.
You know, M was in that for like 1 second. He was
Yeah.
he was white boy Rick Eminem.
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
was. That threw me off. I had to rewind that. I was like,
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Oh, that makeup and shit he had. I was like, the fuck.
White boy Rick, he's got a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, white boy Rick, and I looked at him and like, oh, it's fuck, that's Eminem. Yeah, it's
Eminem ugly as
what else did I watch? Oh, I watched the Reacher.
Yeah,
You
you know,
seen it?
I haven't
Is it
watched it
good?
yet because
It's good, bro.
Is it? That's a.
Thaddeus from Blue Mountain State.
Oh, I never watched Blue Mountain State.
What?
Yeah, I know. Jonathan used to watch it all the time, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch shit you
see,
watch.
I love that show too though.
Bro, Blue Mountain State was funny.
That's
as
why I haven't
fuck.
watched it,
And they had
though.
what 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah, well 3.
Oh, 3, right?
That's why I haven't watched it yet though because you told me
As a
he was in it
character.
and I was like, I don't know if I can take him seriously. And you're like, I had to get past his voice, but once you get past his voice, it's all right.
So-
Schitt's Creek is actually pretty good.
Who?
Shit's Creek.
It's
I've never
funny
seen
as
that.
hell. It's
Cool.
with the dad from American Pie,
Yeah.
and he has his son, his actual son's in it, and his daughter's in it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I
they
think you
were-
guys were talking about it like
Yeah,
a while
they
back.
were a
somewhere.
wealthy family, and then they lost all their fucking money, and now they
Yeah.
live in a fucking town that they bought years ago.
See, I laugh at that show because his son reminds me so much of my fucking cousin.
I can see that. I can definitely see
It's
that.
not even just because they have that same character. It's just
His son
they
is
have that.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, his son's hilarious.
Oh shit.
Take it like
So-
a bitch.
This cigar is pretty good, dude. Shit. I got it from well, I didn't get it from I told you guys when I got here. My sister, my brother-in-law brought it from Puerto Rico because they were there last weekend or some shit.
Oh shit!
It's called Estrella de Puerto Rico. It's pretty good, bro.
Smooth.
Yeah, I've never had a Puerto Rican cigar before. And he actually said they hadn't rolled it there. He said I think he said he watched him do it, and they did. It was like a 2-pack. They put in the like a little wooden container thing case,
Yeah.
and like a sticker over it. And because I seen it when he opened it, or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's dope as fuck. So
How'd they like it?
It said it was good. It was fun as fuck.
Because I know it's been, like hit with all them storms, and they kind of have to rebuild. Because that's on my list. I want to go see Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but that was what, like over a year ago.
Well, I think it's certain spots. So
Damage is pretty bad though.
Yeah, you got money. They got money like that.
Daddy Yankee funding everything.
Huh?
Daddy Yankees funding everything.
Well, didn't they? I think some artists gave money. I think.
well, remember
I
everything.
think I'm not sure.
Everything was solved when
Jamie, can you check that?
everything was solved when President Trump went there and threw the toilet paper at everybody. Remember that?
He was like, yeet. That shows, yeah.
I remember everybody's having a fit about it. I was like, I said I don't live there, and I'm not Puerto Rican, so I find it hilarious. But that's because I'm not
about
there.
Puerto Rico is driving over there because sometimes you have to drive up fucking hills and the cars are like barely
I
fucking.
was gonna
making it.
say, you can't drive to Puerto Rico. I don't know.
Driving in there.
In Puerto, yeah, I got you, bro. That's why I didn't say anything,
Well, at least they have like better cars than like Cuba.
bro.
Hey,
Cuba
fuck
got
that, bro.
dope
I
ass
wanna see
cars.
Cuba.
No, they got dope car, but I'm saying like they have. That's why they're so fucking dope out there because they have to work on them constantly to keep them going. Because
Bro,
they haven't had
those-
cars.
The sturdy cars,
Yeah,
bro.
from-
Well, they're saying
like
like mechanical wise, I'm not sure, but like just they all drive like old 50s and 60s.
Well, yeah, because
cars
that's the
and
last
shit.
time that they got anything like there. You know, because
Dude, that shit. Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
everything
that
got
makes
shut down.
sense. Yeah. But that'd be good for them. Shit, dude. Imagine you
If that
had.
happened now, they'd been fucked with all the electronic shit.
Yeah.
Well, they say. I mean, but that was a good thing actually because now let's say you get I don't know, like a Chevy Bel Air that's all souped up and like really nice and shit. They can sell that shit for like $40K or something. Buy them like really nice car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want like a Chevy Bel Air.
Well, that's
like
what they always say.
Pretty
Like
fucking sweet.
that's why they always say like Cuban ingenuity. See, I'm saying shit wrong. I'm stupid.
Cuba's built different, bro.
Ingenuity?
Indubitably?
I don't know.
Indubitably?
What are you
Bloated?
What are you trying to say here, bro?
I don't know.
Purity?
My car looks purity.
But yeah. So what is cigar? You smoking that Bahia?
Yeah, the Bahia Cafe. I love this. Is like probably one of the best fucking little sweet cigars we ever have.
They're cheap too. They were cheap as fuck when I got them.
Yeah, this is the perfect casual cigar. What you got today? Heck,
I got a Galera. Oh no, it's kind of nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, you just smoke cigarettes, bro. So
Yeah, that's true. Nah, just vape.
how's that vaping going?
Decent. Gets me by. Eventually, I want to cut it out all smoking. But smoke a cigar every now and
I
then.
mean, you could stop smoking. I mean, you just smoke all the pollution we have in there
Right?
in the Midwest.
We were
So
born in the best place for it.
that's
I
why.
remember the first time I went to Mexico. No fucking lie, because I was like 5 years old. Still remember this. So, 5. I get out to Mexico. I go outside. And I look up into the sky. And I'm like, what is this? There's fucking stars.
oh yeah,
I was like, wow, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I was like, you can never get that over here. Ever. Because all the fucking pollution.
the first time I ever went camping, like somewhere deep south in Indiana.
Oh, I don't go deep south Indiana.
Oh no, that shit was racist as fuck. I thought we were gonna die because my uncle, dark as shit.
Oh.
My dad's not the lightest guy ever.
Oh yeah.
So me and Christian are like two little white boys kidnapped by two Mexicans and shit. Oh fuck! I remember at night we're just looking at scar. Like you said, it was like amazing. Like what the fuck? My dad's like, yeah, you'll never see that where we're at because all the pollution.
I was like 13. The last time I've been to Mexico, I was like 13, 14 almost. And where my aunt used to live at, it was like a little neighborhood, like brick road and shit, still sand, dirt on the ground, whatever. And then they had a little corner store in a little block or whatever. It was only like a few houses down. And the lights went out. It was like a whole block out. The street lights went out and everything. I remember I had my mom send me to the corner store to get candles and shit. Bro, I was walking out there. It was so pitch black. This is before phones. Dude, I bust my shit like on the fucking whatever. But I looked up, and dude, it was just amazing, bro. Just fucking black sky with just tiny white dots everywhere. And I was like, holy shit. When I got up, 'cause I was crying because I fucking skinned my knee and shit or whatever. I should heard it. Dude, that's fucking... Yeah, I want to go to Mexico so bad, man. It's been a long ass time.
I only ever been
I wouldn't
once,
mind
bro.
going, but it's kind of like a fear, though, of all the corrupt shit that goes on over there. Like, I remember a couple years ago, my uncle lives in Mexico, and he was pulled over by the fucking Mexican military, and then beat.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, they beat him. They beat
They
him.
thought he was like cartel or something?
Huh?
They thought he was like cartel?
No, he owns a shop. He owns a little shop, sells daily necessities. He also made a molino or something like that, is what they call it, where they make tortillas and stuff. But yeah, just driving, got pulled over, and they beat him within an inch of his life.
Damn.
I was like, what the hell is going on over there? I'm like, I look too American to get away with some shit like that over
But see,
there.
and that's crazy too, because like that just makes like people out there want to work with the cartel. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the military and the government is doing that to you for like no reason.
I'm telling you, like, this man is clean as can be.
Right.
Follows the law, everything, and yeah, just beat for no reason,
Well,
bro.
what was it? Well, my dad and my grandfather, they drove. Technically, my dad drove down there. He said my grandfather didn't do shit. But, like, my dad drove down there because my grandfather had bought, like, a little pickup truck. Not a little pickup truck. It was a red Dodge Ram or some shit out here. I forgot how long. It was, like, 3-4 years ago, maybe. And they drove it down. And he said, like, right after crossing the border that they got stopped by, like, cartel. And basically they said that, like, give us money or whatever. Because there's, like, a retén, which is basically, like, a toll kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, he could either pay me here now, and I'll just radio the guys to let you through, or if you don't want to pay, then you could just deal with whatever they ask you for, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then my grandfather was like, man, he's like, all I got or whatever. I forgot. I think he gave him like $80 or something. That's all he had in his pocket or some shit. Like, all right, cool. You know what? They just let him through. I was like, goddamn, bro. It's like they just got into Mexico and already, like.
Yeah, that's why I want to have my dad down here one day, because he told me about the first time he went down there, and even with one of his buddies that he was working with, out here in the mills, and they were taking a whole bunch of stuff to his family out there, a bunch of, shit from out here.
Yeah.
And that same shit happened as soon as they crossed the border. They wanted all the money that they had, or all the shit that they fucking were taking. And I guess my dad must have just said the wrong thing or some shit, and they just took everything. And my dad's buddy was, pissed off.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's just crazy. You take all that shit to your family out there. You earn all this shit for them, and motherfuckers take it from you right away.
Man,
yeah, my mom
they kept their life, though.
Yeah.
My mom was telling me, because she goes there like every year. She was telling me that when she goes out there, like, she don't even wear her jewelry. My mom wears like her gold earrings and stuff, rings and shit like that. She was like, I don't even she has to wear like silver, basically, because silver's cheap.
Yeah.
Really can't get shit, so it's not really worth stealing, for people. But like, she's like, when you're on the markets and shit, you're not paying attention. They're like fucking just snatch your earrings off your ear just to sell it, for some money and shit.
Yeah.
We're like, shit.
Yeah, my mom tells me that's how her grandmother was. She, like, they had some money, but when she was out and about, just straight rags on, look as poor as possible. not gonna take one look at you. Like, oh, they ain't got nothing I want.
You guys ever go to like a store like here, and like when you guys were little, like let's say it's just you and your mom or some shit, or your parents, and you're looking at shit like at toys or whatever, and then you look up and your mom's gone and shit?
Yep.
Bro, that happened to me in Mexico.
Oh, shit.
I was a kid, bro. I was like not even past 10 or some shit.
Were you like in a plaza?
Yeah, it was like I think
scary.
it was because they're from Jalisco and shit, Guadalajara, and we were down there, like downtown somewhere, and it was just like a big mercado shit, just everywhere. And I was looking at toys or something, because ladies sell toys and all that shit. And my mom, like, she just walks away from me. She's with my aunt shit or her sister, and I look up, bro. Just it's like if you can imagine the taste of Chicago, right? And you just see people everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm crying and shit. Bro, like, my heart dropped. I'm like, Mom, I'm like fucking running everywhere. I'm in Mexico, bro. What am I supposed to say? Where do you live at? Chicago? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I know my aunt's address and shit down there or whatever. And like finally she like Mom found me like after a minute or two. I was like, what the fuck? I was crying and shit. And then of course I get fucking yelled at and shit for you leaving me fucking to fend for myself, little poor kid.
This shit's crazy, bro.
Shit's funny, bro. It's just crazy, dude. I just want to go back to those days.
I
think about it. I'm like, I was so eager to grow up. Yeah. And it's not like I dislike my life, because I don't. But it's like, being so eager to grow up, you just take for granted all that time.
It's so funny. Because I bet you everyone, bro, from like the beginning of time was probably the same way. So eager to grow up. And I bet you their parents were like, man, just chill. Slow down, bro. Like, just chill. And as kids, nah, like, it's cool, whatever. Like, dismissing them. Like, yeah, whatever. And then they get to that age, and they try to do it over again with their kids. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a never-ending fucking...
Well...
Yeah, I feel like an old person, bro. Every young person I meet, because, I used to work with teenagers and shit, I was like, hey, man, like, slow down. Like, life's going to catch up with you to a point where, like, you're going to be like, oh, fuck.
We're
like,
the
chill
ones...
out, bro.
Yeah.
We're the ones saying the shit that they told us. Because, like, I don't know, high school teachers used to tell you guys, oh, like, definitely, like, freshman year, they would be like, oh, these 4 years are going to fly fast. You won't believe it.
Central, our teachers didn't give a fuck.
And then we fucking get there, and I'm like... Fuck, they were right. These fucking 4 years flew.
Yeah, dude.
And I still remember, like, it's very crazy. I could think about, like, days in high school. It felt like yesterday. And it's like, wait, that was, like, fucking 15 years ago. Say, like, since, like, freshman year? Like, fucking 15 years ago, bro.
I'm about to be 30 fucking 3. I felt like I was just fucking 18.
You act 18. Do you ever look at... dude, recently, I've been having, like, this... not feeling, but like I've just been looking at old people, not in a creepy way, but I just been looking at like old people and just wondering in my head, like, I wonder what they feel like, or like I want to ask them if they're afraid because they're like close to death, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously we're all close to death. It could happen anytime, but just being in that age, just looking at them like being like old as fuck, dude, and like could barely get up and shit or whatever. I'm like, dude, I just want to ask them like, are you afraid? Like, do you think about it at all?
I get a different perspective. I look at old people, and depending on how old they are, I always get, like, a feeling to want to ask them, like, what all did you experience in your lifetime?
Mm-hmm.
Because you came up in a period that was completely different.
Yeah.
Well, so
that's the feeling I get. I feel like after a certain age, depending on where you are health-wise, I think you kind of come to a grip with, it can happen at any moment. Even for us, it can happen tomorrow. We don't know that. So I feel like the older you get, you appreciate life a little bit more and really, really, don't take for granted the fact that you're waking up every day.
Sure.
Well, like, it's like, I'm not answering your question because, of course, I'm still fucking young in a sense. But, like, my dad, he'll watch the news and shit, and he'll see somebody like, so-and-so's age 69 or 77 or whatever, or like, I'd be like, man, that's 7 years older than me. You know what I mean? My dad would like openly say that, like, damn, that guy was 3 years older than me. Damn, that guy was almost my age. So I don't know if it really freaks him out or if he just says that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't. That conversation would be one thing, but it's like. So I sit there and wonder, like, are we gonna get like that too? Like you said, like when you get that older, like, damn, all these people around my age are starting to go out.
I think it's a natural thing though, because like, if and when I hear something in the news or on TV and shit, it was like, oh, this kid just got shot and killed as a teenager. I was like, damn, I used to be his age one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, he was only like 5 years younger than I was or something. Some shit. I think it's like a natural thing that you just compare yourself to that person, because of age and shit. It's like if, to us, it's not going to be like that because you say, oh, if you hear in the news, like, oh, a 130-year-old woman just passed away. Like, what the fuck is 130? Like, I still have another 100 years. Shit, yeah. I'm good, But, yeah, dude, that's just... But again, I don't know if, like I said, as it's been happening to me lately, I don't know if it is because, like, obviously because my dad passed away recently and shit. Not recently, it's been a fucking year. But,
that's so recent, right?
I don't know, maybe that's why. I just think about it all the time. Like, when I see an old-ass person and shit, I'm like, damn, dude, I wonder what that person's thinking when they wake up. Like, oh, fuck, man. Like, one day closer, Yeah. It's just, man, it's got to be tough.
It's crazy. Tough. I don't know if did you ever meet my neighbors?
Which ones?
The
ones across the street right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother just passed away yesterday.
Oh.
She passed away of COVID.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my neighbor, her daughter feels really bad about it because she feels like she gave it to her because she works at the school.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, my mom didn't leave the house. She had to have it from, I probably passed it on to her.
How old was she?
I don't know the exact age, but I know she was older than my parents, so I had to guess probably in her 80s.
Mm.
But still, like, coming out of nowhere like that is still, like, kind of crazy. But I knew, I knew she was bad in health because a lot of times, like, she'd fall down. Like, as of, like, these last couple of years, she was falling down a lot, and we were kind of, like, not super close, but close enough to where she would call my dad or me or whatever and be like, "Hey, can you guys mind helping pick up mom real quick?"
Yeah. Oh, they'll call you.
Yeah. And it was just like, damn, man, like Sandy, like they were cool people because they always had bonfires. Like they're the type of neighbors that would try to have neighborly things that you always wanted to have, like where they would have the bonfires on 4th of July and cookouts and shit like that. So shout out to Sandy, R.I.P. You're a pretty dope neighbor.
Yeah. Well, like that same situation with my oldest brother and my sister-in-law and the kids. Because, like, my dad, you know, he would always wear his mask and everything. Everywhere he went, wore his mask and everything and all that shit. Never got it once until he got it. And they think it was because my niece actually had it. She was one time. She was 1 year old at the time. And she actually got COVID. And then I think what they told me was that they actually told my dad, like, hey, I'm going to leave her upstairs. She's sleeping or what, or some shit. Like, you know, just watch her. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as someone's there, you know. And then my dad was like, "Oh, I'll go upstairs or whatever." And they're like, "No, you know, she's sick. I don't want to get you sick." My dad was like, "No, it's my niece. Like, my niece, my granddaughter. Like, you know, that's fine." And that one instance, you know, he actually got it. And, you know, because of that, obviously, it was ultimate his demise and shit. But I mean, you can't really think that way. It's just
you can't be too hard on yourself about it. Yeah,
you know, because I could sneeze. Like again, that was the early stages of COVID and shit. So it's like I could have sneezed being asymptomatic, and I could have gave it to him for all I know. You know what I'm saying? And then what are you gonna say? Oh, damn! Like I gave it to him, but how can you know?
I think it's like it's something that we do naturally as humans. We overanalyze things, but
Yeah.
it's also like to the point where who really knows anything about COVID? Like I know I've known stories where a married couple, the husband got COVID, the wife doesn't have COVID.
Yeah.
They've been sleeping together in the same bed, same house.
That happened to me.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, how do you get it?
yeah. Like they don't even. You know what I mean?
And it's not even that they were asymptomatic.
The higher powers that be don't even fucking know how it works. So how are we supposed to know how it works?
You know, in the moment you do feel regret and you feel guilty and stuff like that, but it's like, you know, we shouldn't put ourselves through that kind of stuff. You know, at the end of the day, we lose a loved one, you know, unfortunately. But, you know, we just got to do our best to keep moving forward. And, you know, at the end of the day, our loved ones want us to keep pushing forward and living life. They don't want us to dwell in our thoughts and hold ourselves responsible and stuff like that. They want us to keep pushing forward. Like, you know, my dad was a very lively person, you know. I lost him. I felt like my world ended. But it's like he wouldn't want me like that. He wanted me to be happy and living my life and, you know, being joyous, making people laugh like he did. So, I mean, it's hard to get to that point, but you eventually do get to that point.
Shit.
I feel like it just takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Fairy godmother.
It's a healing process.
My ring doorbell and shit. Yeah, dude. No, it definitely is. And like you know, like everyone always says, like it gets better with time and shit. It does. Like, you know, obviously it's only been a year tomorrow, on the 7th. You know, and it's like, you know, you go through every day as is just with one less person in your life. You know, it gets easier and shit. But there's like times and shit where like I told my girl the other day, or not the other day, like a while back and shit. It's like there's certain times where I'm like chilling by myself or whatever, and I start thinking about shit. Well, there's times where I'm myself and I think like, oh, like I can't, because me and my dad never talked. Like honestly, you know, we never really talked. I ain't even gonna front like me and him had the best relationship because we didn't, you know. And he was at the stage of his life where he had so much back pain and everything. He was always on fucking drugs, bro. Honestly, he was always sleeping and shit. He never wanted to do anything. He couldn't walk for a long period of time.
Wasn't the same self.
Yeah, he wasn't the same self. You know what I'm saying? But there's times where I think like when something happens or something, or my son did this or my son did that, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to like tell my dad or some shit. I'm like, oh, I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like fuck. But like again, bro, a year has gone by and as time goes, it's gonna get better, and it still does. You know, but you just can't help but think like sometimes, like, you know, when you're by yourself, especially when I'm by myself, I think about that shit a lot, bro, like a lot.
You know, like I said, I told you last time, I lost my father when I was 13, just freshly turned 13. You know, I never got to drink a beer with my dad.
Yeah.
Never got to talk, you know, about girls with my dad. I got a son now.
Yeah.
He's not going to know who my dad was physically, but he's going to know who he was spiritually because I'm going to put those values in him. I always say this. I've always said it. My dad gave me the blueprint on what it is to be a man, the way I see a man being. You know, someone who's there for their family regardless of the situation, doing the best they can. Even if they, like, my dad used to bust his ass. I'd be a little kid at home, mom telling me, Hector, callado, tu papá está durmiendo.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even see my dad. I would go months. But I don't hold no resentment towards him because I know he was doing his best to provide for me. So, I mean, that's the type of stuff I try and do. You know, it's just like following his footsteps. I feel like doing that, me doing that is like me slowly but surely like making sure his spirit's still alive.
Right. Yeah, like I never saw my dad either like that and shit. You know, one because I was always out playing and shit with my friends after school, and then he would work second shift most of the time. Come home like at fucking 2 a.m. and shit or whatever, and all that. Honestly, the only time that I ever seen him was like when I remember getting off of school, and then like probably seeing him like a few minutes before he had to go to work. You know what I'm saying? You know, high and by, and then or on Sundays and shit. But that's why, like you said, like the blueprint that he left is like I'm not following that to the T because I don't want to be in the same situation. I don't want to put my son in the same situation as what he did to us. Obviously, he did it on purpose. Obviously, you know, it was because he needed to work and pay bills. And if he doesn't, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But dude, like I could do the same thing,
So
but
that's
still
what-
see my son.
That's
You
where
know,
evolution comes, in which you're still gonna take care of your family, but now
Yeah.
you see, hey, he didn't exactly spend so much time with me, so
Mhm.
now I'm gonna feel that, and I'm actually gonna spend time with him and you know be there for his first of doing things.
yeah, definitely do. So I don't know, man. It's still kind of hard and shit. Like I said, it's only been a year, so it's just
Still got stuff
weird.
to process. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird. How's the cigar?
It's all right. I
Getting
think,
better?
in the 2/3 in, it's flavors really accentuated.
I told him the cigars do taste like they change like
They
profile.
do.
Yeah, because that one towards the end tasted like fucking coffee, and I did not like it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like it at the end.
So what the first like the third and
The
2/3?
2/3 were amazing. It was amazing.
But what
I-
flavors did you get?
Whatever the hell you smoking right now.
The Baja.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate, like coffee flavor.
It felt like just coffee without any flavor at the end.
Mm,
Maybe they forgot to add the little extra spice.
probably. Maybe the one you got. Yeah, yeah. That was good though. This one's like more like this is it's just natural, so I get like like peppery notes and shit like
Does it
that.
feel like you're on the fucking beaches of San Juan?
Oh, look, a whale!
Fucking set myself up for that one. Damn it, bro. You're too good at that shit, bitch. Fucking Michelin man over here next to me and shit.
I don't think you can come back from that one.
I can't. I'm trying. I don't even know why I tried.
I'm in the ocean right now. No, this would be a good stick though. Just sit in the fucking beach and shit, drink like their beer and
Am I
smoke
just
a cigar.
beached on the whale? I mean, on the
A
fucking
beach whale.
Hey, you're the only one that laughed at that one I sent. It was like a fucking big ass whale or some shit, like in the beachfront. Well, it was like a housing, like you could tell, like they were like probably off of Maine or something,
Uh-huh.
and it was some kind of big ass walrus or whale or something, like fucking going down the road. Walrus,
Was it walrus?
A walrus? A walrus?
A walrus.
What was it, like a TikTok?
walrus.
What was it, TikTok?
Yeah, and then I shared it. I said, "Hey man, why they fucking with me? I'm just trying to run at night." And
Oh, yeah, you're talking about now. Yeah.
a walrus. You guys say I say pillow wrong too, right?
What?
Wait, what?
See,
What'd you say?
see, you guys say it, but that's how I'm always gonna say it.
Wait.
Pillow.
Wait,
A pillow?
what are you saying right now, bro?
You know what you sleep with? The pillow?
A pillow?
A pillow. That's how I say it.
You mean a pillow?
Pillow.
I bet you say cool quick.
Cool whip.
Wait, hold on. There's an I in there.
I say pillow.
He says it with an E.
I don't say pillow. I say pillow.
But you just said pillow.
I know, but I'm always gonna. I know how to say it right.
So why are you saying it right?
This is the way it's more natural to me, baby. It's like I say brother wrong too. Apparently,
What do you say?
You just said brother, though. The right way.
apparently they say I say brother or something.
What do you say?
Brother.
Brother? So now you Simone?
What was that dude's name? Not Otto. What was that dude's
Tito.
name?
Tito.
Oh, Tito, right? Tito and shit.
That's how my brother
Rock
looks.
Loud.
Dude, I wish they would bring that shit back.
No, I don't because one of them would be trans or something.
No, I mean like the old episodes. Not like remake
They're
them.
somewhere. You can
I
find
got
them
you.
somewhere.
I got you.
Where do they have it at?
Paramount Plus. I'll send you my shit.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
got that.
all on there.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All those
Paramount
shits.
Plus is amazing.
Bro, I have Netflix. I got Paramount Plus. I got fucking the Hulu, the Showtime, the AMC Plus now.
It's funny because
I
I
love
just
Peacock.
I'll buy like a couple of them and I'll share them with other people and they'll share me with their shit.
That's the rotation we got. We each got a couple and we just share.
You got all my shit. I don't even watch it, bro. Cause through Verizon, I got the AMC Plus is only free for like 6 months. I gotta cancel that. But we got Paramount Plus. We got
which one I was never interested in.
yeah, should just cut me off, bitch.
Yeah,
None of my
I
sons.
will. Go ahead.
No, I'm done now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Go ahead.
I forgot what the fuck I was saying.
Somebody get that man a pillow.
You know, I didn't want to say it in the
So the
group
kid
chat,
that you have pillow fights?
You know what's funny is,
My pillow?
you know how you talked about that pillow?
Yeah.
The yellow one? I still have that.
Did you see that TikTok I sent?
No.
It's like, you know how you have an old ass pillow that's like flat and nasty? I still have mine.
With all the slob stains on it.
Yeah, you ever had growing up or maybe even now
Izzy sleeps.
a thin fucking pillow that's like yellow as shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a TikTok. It was like a girl saying like, or whatever, saying like,
We all had one of these.
yeah, why do all men have this pillow and it cuts like it's stitched like another guy? He's like, hold on, look. And he brings out this crusty ass like thin, fucking looks like
Bro,
a
I'm
Taco
not gonna
Bell
bullshit
shell.
you. I've never had like a fluffy pillow ever in my life, bro.
Really?
Never.
The fuck? Why not?
One time I tried buying one and I guess it was just a little too cheap and it just got flat as can be quick sell.
This is what happened to
Like, I got a
mine.
big ass head, bro.
I tried to buy one of the My Pillow ones. I didn't like them.
Oh, really? Tried it?
Yeah. Give it to my dad. He has it now.
What do you
was
like
it?
about it?
So
I
I
was
like my
interested.
pillows to be nice and fucking like sturdy, like fucking. Like I have one up there now that's like almost like a memory foam. It's a memory foam one.
Mhm.
That's the kind of like I like the real like
Like heavy and just.
yeah. And then
Yeah, I ain't gonna bullshit you. Right now, what I use as a pillow is my girl's old maternity pillow.
Bro, that U-shaped one?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
I fucking love that shit.
God. Dude, so.
She's like, "Why are you using it?" I was like, "Cause it's comfortable."
So when we were in Cincinnati, right? Because obviously my son was born out there and everything. She took it out there because she was still pregnant when she went out there. And that's what she would sleep with. And dude, we had so much shit because they gave us so much shit because we were there Christmas time, bro.
You
They
got a U one?
yeah.
Mine's an S.
An S?
Yeah, it's fucking
Oh
wicked.
wow!
Yeah.
No, we had a U one, bro, or she had a U one. I this weak shit. I use it too, but I used to use it too. And then so we packed our car with it, and we had a little CUV. My dad at the time had a GMC Terrain,
Mhm.
one of the new ones, like a 2020 or some shit. So it was like compact. It was spacious, but not that spacious.
Mhm.
And dude, because they gave us like garbage bags full of fucking toys, bro. Because the Ronald McDonald's house gets a plethora of fucking whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we, took our shit, our blankets, and we took our pillow, everything, and whatever we bought out there, clothes, and all that shit, right? And, dude, the last thing that stayed was that pillow. We couldn't fit it. The maternity pillow, we couldn't fit it, bro. We could not fit it. Like, even if I wanted to, I could not fit it in there.
I ain't giving that shit up.
Bro, they're like $40 $40, I think?
Yeah.
Like $40.
You got something that can go up higher. In
Yeah,
prices
oh,
and
for
stuff
sure.
Like that,
Damn.
but yeah, like it's gone pretty flat now since I've been using it, but it's still comforting.
Dude, like, I told my girl, like, shit, it was recent, too. I was like, man, I want to get one of those again. Like, I don't care you're not pregnant. I'm like, I want to get one. Like, they're comfortable
You
as
can
fuck.
buy one on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, I know you can get one, but I gotta buy it. And, it's
all that work.
Too lazy to just get on the phone and just hit an app, right?
bro. Well, it's not,
Imagine we used to have to go up, get in the car, and go to a store.
see, but I'm still that type of person, though. Like, I want
You're
to,
an in-person shopper.
yeah, I want to see it. I want to touch it. I want to feel it on my body and shit, like on my face, like it's a pillow. I want to squeeze it.
What are
and
you talking
shit.
about? I could have something that you could look at right now.
Hookers, bro. I can't see it.
I can't see it. You can see it.
But yeah,
So
I'm
wait,
that
how do
type.
you wash it?
He just lays it underneath the shower.
No, bro, you just grab it.
You
You
ever-
you're holding a hose and you just fucking.
You ever
screw
seen
it.
Spartacus?
A few times, yeah.
Only reason why I bring this up is because you were saying a stick. There's a part of a show of an episode where the king and some other person were walking through, and they had like public toilets, and the guy's like, hold on, he like sits there, takes a quick shit, and they don't have toilet paper back then, I guess. So this guy gives him a stick with like a rag on it. This dude grabs his stick and just does this against his ass and gives it back to the guy. And they keep walking away with the conversation. Like,
So the guy just holds a shit rag?
yeah, I guess, yeah.
So what does the next person use? The same shit rag?
I don't know. They didn't get that far. They just showed that part where he just takes his shit. But that's what it reminded me of because he said stick and shit. And I just
Yeah, it was Spartacus was cool, but there was just somebody always naked at the time.
Well, yeah, same thing was like Game of Thrones was the same shit. Always fucking nude shit.
well, yeah, I guess.
Not as bad as Spartacus though. Spartacus was.
Yeah, if you guys like Euphoria, and you know you like that first episode, just watch Spartacus because it's like guaranteed 3 dicks to show. Guaranteed.
I don't know why you keep saying the first episode. That whole fucking show of fucking Euphoria is
Oh, really?
fucking.
They
yeah.
show dicks the whole season.
The last fucking few episodes, I was like, thank God. Like, it was crazy, bro. One episode was like, oh, man, we got through an episode without seeing a dick. Thumbs up. But then at the end, this dude, like, yelling at his wife. He's all drunk, and he just pulls out his fucking dick and starts pissing. I'm like, there was no need for me to see him pissing with his dick right there. Like, there was no need for you to show me that.
It was like when SOA first came out and the internet would just go exploding. Oh my God, Jack's ass. Jack's ass.
They showed his ass
yeah.
a lot,
Like,
bro.
what the fuck?
Yeah, they did. I mean, would you rather see his dick?
I'd rather see neither,
I see
bro.
nothing.
Wait, what?
Neither, nigga. Oh,
Wait,
what?
what? Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, bro. Dude, I want to see. I would watch Breaking Bad again. I would watch.
I've seen it 3 times,
I would watch. Me too.
including the Hispanic version.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Hispanic.
They had
version.
a Telemundo?
Metastasis or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, with Hispanic actors. It's called
Wow.
like Metastasis or
It
something.
came on Telemundo or Univision. One of
Wait,
them.
why is
two.
it called
Univision.
that?
It's called Univision.
Oh, I'm sorry, Univision.
He's white, bro.
I'm white. We always call it Univision, right?
Univision.
Pillow.
Dude,
You said it right
I didn't
there.
know that they had.
Yeah,
Wow.
Metastasis.
Kind of want to watch it now. Was it whack or what?
It was decent, honestly.
What was his name? Jesse Rojas.
Yeah.
Is it
Jesse
it?
Rojas.
Bro, I have no clue. I don't know any actors.
Walter,
names.
It was a
Blanco?
big deal when it first came out.
Who?
Walter Blanco was his name.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
They-
oh, Jesse Rojas. So you thought that's what you got. I think, man, that's like the actual character,
No.
or it'd be the actual actor's name or something. I don't know what the fuck that is.
No, they called him Jesse Rojas.
Oh, what I was getting to was that I would watch those seasons again before I watch Ozark, bro.
To each his own, bro.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I find certain shows that I just rewatch.
Like, I do want to watch it, bro. I don't
Like
want to.
Weeds was really good, and I was skeptical of that show at first.
What
but-
show?
Weeds.
Yeah.
Reeds?
Weeds.
Oh, Weeds? What is that?
It's about a suburban mother who loses her husband to a heart attack or something like that, and she got to raise a family, and like they live a rich life, so she starts fucking selling weed.
It gets crazy.
Yeah, it gets all kinds of crazy, but it's pretty good. Seen that like 2 or 3 times.
The last season kind of falls off a little bit, but I love the whole.
How many seasons are there?
It's like 7, right?
Yeah, it's like 7.
Eesh.
But they're like 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, it's not that long.
So, like 4.5 seasons in, technically.
I guess, yeah.
What are they? But there's like 30 episodes. I mean, 30 episodes per fucking season.
No, I don't think so, right?
No,
Because it was like one of those like Stars or
Showtime.
Showtime or
Mm.
something.
Showtime
Yeah,
show.
I always fuck up Stars on Showtime because the S's.
Hey, did you watch that? I haven't watched that Rick James documentary yet.
I haven't watched it yet. I've been watching a little bit of the Comedy Star shit though.
Oh, what is it on the Showtime?
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah. How is it?
it's pretty good. I'm about to get to the episode where they talk about when Joe
Oh,
Rogan
it's
returned.
in episodes?
Yeah, because they have one. I wanted to skip straight to the Joe Rogan one,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, I'll go in order. But like the second last episode's about when Joe Rogan returned back to the Comedy
Mm-hmm.
Store, about his whole situation with Carlos Mencia and
Yeah.
shit.
Damn.
that shit was crazy. Mencia used to be on top of the world, then he fucking
It's
fell
crazy,
off.
bro. How much I fucking love that guy. That guy
I
was like,
never liked his ass.
Me either, bro. I did not think he was funny at all.
I don't. I love him
I was
for
just
some
like,
reason.
ugh, bro.
I remember
this-
when I first met Alex, he's like, bro, you don't watch Mind of Mencia? I'm like, no. The fuck is this? Then he showed me some clips. I'm like, this fucking loser.
It's fucking-
Bro,
I still look at him today and I'm like, fucking loser.
I wonder if I could
Wait,
find
not
that
Alex, Mencia.
Who?
Carlos Mencia.
Oh, I still think of Alex. Really, fucking loser.
I have a fucking picture somewhere. I wonder if my dad still has it where when I met him and shit. Carlos Mencia, I'm taking a picture with him.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck that guy. Because I remember when that shit first happened, I was like, fuck Joe Rogan. Who the fuck are you, Fear Factor? And then like years later, I'm like, damn, I love Joe Rogan.
Bro, if you ever meet Joe Rogan, you should say that pictures, have him sign it and shit.
I will. You know what? Yeah.
That'd be dope. Man, why am I going to say you? Like, what the fuck?
I'm telling him, be like, hey, I'm telling the story first.
I love you, Joe. You don't got time for your stories, bro.
He watched like 4-hour episodes, nigga.
He'd be like, shut up. Where do you decide it? He was like, yeah, so Joe Rogan, so one point in my life, right? He's like, next. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, man, he's a down-to-earth fella.
He is, bro.
So, did you see any of the fights last night for UFC?
Yeah, so, bro, I love TikTok.
Yeah, that's where I seen it too.
Because my box wasn't showing the UFC for some reason. I did watch the boxing, though. You know who fought yesterday?
Who?
Chocolatito.
Who's that?
Nicaraguan guy. He was like really good, bro. He was a champion for a while. I think he's like a flyweight.
Okay.
And he was really good, bro. Really fucking good. And he lost like back-to-back fights and shit. And then after that, kind of dwindled a little bit.
Okay.
But he's like 35 now, so he's up there in age. Dude, he's fucking good still, bro.
He still got it.
Yeah, he still got it. It was a nice fight and shit. Seen that, but then I saw that on TikTok and shit.
So do you think old boy's done or what?
Who, Masvidal?
Yeah, because he lost, right?
Yeah, he lost.
3 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the way I look at it, bro. It's like if Canelo were to lose, right? After Mayweather, right? Something. Okay, so that was one. And then I don't know who he fought, exactly after that. But like,
if he lost those 3,
if he lost like some dudes like I've never fucking heard of or something, then I'm like, all right, dude, like kind of, sit back and whatever. But Masvidal lost to like top guys, bro.
Usman, Covington.
Yeah, who was the other one?
Usman twice.
Oh, it was Usman, and then okay, yeah. So technically that's only 2 guys.
Yeah.
I would count that as 2 guys.
The only reason I'm counting him out is because he's already up there in age. He's
Yeah.
35.
Bro, look at Cowboy Cerrone or whatever, pepperoni.
Man, he got his ass whooped plenty
Cowboy
of times
pepperoni and shit. Yeah, but he was old as fuck. He was already 40 or some shit.
Something like that. You start dwindling. I mean, he said it himself in the post-fight presser. He's like, my biggest downfall is, I didn't go to college and I didn't do the wrestling. He's like, ain't nobody gonna stand up and stand with me. He's like, and I can't blame him for that because you're gonna do your advantage.
Yep. But see, that's why I would go to like boxing for him. Or
I was thinking this. I was gonna message you when I seen it. I was like, what do you think if Masvidal went to boxing? How successful?
Or
do you
even
think
bare
he'd be?
knuckle, bro. Bare knuckle would be a good
There's
thing.
a career in that.
Because
there's a lot of ex-fighters that have gone to bare knuckle.
That's what I was gonna go
made
to.
a name again.
That's what he should go to because he started in the streets.
Hey, that shit's brutal though. I love it, bro. That bare knuckle shit. That shit's fucking
it's
crazy.
nice, bro. I like it a lot too.
Some people hate it because they don't see that many punches thrown, but it's like, bro, when you're throwing bare knuckles, you really gotta be. You can't just be swinging for the fences.
So hold on, and this is what I was gonna get to too. This is why I don't watch UFC like that. So you're upset because there's 2 guys or 2 women bare knuckle fighting each other in a small little cage or a small little ring and shit. And they're not throwing enough punches, so you'd rather watch 2 people, or one who's like really good stand up and the other one's really good wrestler, and just sit on top of you for 5 rounds and shit. Like, how is that cool? That's boring as fuck.
It's boring if you don't understand what's exactly going on. Joe Rogan's actually somebody who put me onto it, like the art of the role and all that stuff.
I understand that
being able to dominate, but to the average casual fan, yeah,
exactly.
It's boring.
But if you want to watch that, then you just watch strictly jiu-jitsu matches.
Yeah.
And not, UFC or something.
But it's the ultimate fighting championship.
I get that, but that's why I don't watch it.
Different techniques.
This is why I don't bitch about it because I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, people that bitch about bare knuckle fighting, oh, you're not throwing enough punches. Bitch, you get in there then. Go, you get hit with a fucking bare knuckle.
I'm not just in there throwing shit.
Exactly. People don't understand though, bro. It's like you get tired as fuck quick. You got all this adrenaline.
I mean, it's a lot of people though that just like to bitch and moan and think they know more. It's like with football, a lot of people think the offensive line is like ass as fuck. And it's like everything for football starts at the line between the offensive line and the defensive line. It's the art of who's going to win that battle because whoever wins that battle is going to decide what's going to happen on that play.
And then people like linemen are like, why are they so tired? Bitch, do you not get that if your offense has a fucking ball for the majority of the whole period, you're constantly every play battling another fucking 300-pound man, bro. Constantly. The wide receiver just does a short run, or the running back does a short run and gets tackled. The lineman literally
It's constantly fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it took some years before I got to that aspect in football in which, like, I wouldn't watch everything. Like, I used to watch, the quarterback and the receivers and see what they were doing. And then it got to a point where I'm like, no, like, this is really where it starts. So I started watching everything from the snap to see, okay, what's going on with this battle. Because whatever happens there is going to decide what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Whether a big play is made or if somebody just gets sacked.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but some people, they like that bang bang. Like, there's people who play video games who skip all fucking cutscenes because, oh no, I just want the action. It's
Right.
like, no, bitch, it's a story. Pay
It's a
attention
story,
to it.
Yep.
I know
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, bro.
We talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Our good friend Jonathan.
No.
Yeah.
He does that?
He's like, yeah, I played Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, oh, what'd you think of the story? He's like, I don't know, I skipped it. I was like, what do you mean you skipped it? He's like, I just skipped the cutscenes. I'm like, then what the fuck's the point of playing the story?
Since Hector brought up Grand Theft Auto, I read a thing that they're bringing San Andreas to the Oculus.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, they're working on it. They don't know, if it'll be this year or next year, but they're working
How
on
would
it.
that work? Like, are you actually looking through CJ's eyes? Like, you know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm saying. I wonder how it has to be like that.
Bro, I'm gangbanging, throwing them gang signs and shit.
Oh, fuck that. Throwing hands, beating the shit out of pedestrians.
Like if they really fucking rework that shit to make that shit great, bro, that'd be fun as fuck.
I remember when because I actually started on the PC when I got back into games. That's the first game I bought on PC was San Andreas, and
You did PC game?
no, I said that's when I first got into it.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know why I bought it on PC, bro. 'Cause I didn't have a console,
Okay.
but I didn't understand frames per second. I didn't understand none of that shit. So the game that I bought wasn't compatible. My PC wasn't compatible to play that. I had to buy like another hard drive or some shit. But anyways, what I was getting at is like, I used to get pissed off and shit because the frames per second were so slow. Dude, do you know I beat that whole San Andreas game with my shit lagging?
Fuck.
Dude, it
Bro.
took me
That's
months.
commitment.
It took me months. You know how long it took me to pass that one of the first missions where you in your lowrider?
Oh,
Where you had to go through that shit? It took me a few weeks to pass that one mission because it was so laggy. The every time I hit the button or whatever, it wouldn't sync with the fucking on the screen.
you had to like time it
took
out
me-
perfectly, huh?
It took me a month to beat that mission with the RC plane and the vans.
in Vice City or
No, it was in San Andreas, wasn't
well,
it?
that's when you're already on the
It's later in the game.
yeah, it's when you're on the other side of the map or whatever.
Yeah, it took
With that
me,
dude, I was gonna say Radio. What's that dude's name?
I know who you're talking about.
He owns
I
that little
remember
store,
mission.
that gadget store or whatever.
Yeah, the gadget store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a month. I remember I'd get off of school. I'm like, today's gonna be the day. No, the fuck, it's not. That shit was so irritating.
I think I might have told you guys before when
Hector, when I come in, no, mom.
No.
when Busta finally beat that mission, bro. He was all happy, turned off his game, and back in the day, that's when you had the fucking memory
He didn't
cards.
save it.
He didn't save it, so he was mad as a motherfucker, bro. Just imagine the emo kid like, I'm gonna cut myself now.
Damn, bro, it's crazy. Just to think of, man, you just kind of put a thought into my head. Like, I wonder if kids actually cut themselves. I mean, I'm pretty sure they did. Just imagine like those emo kids that do cut themselves and shit. Imagine they're playing a video game or something, and like they can't beat the fucking game, so they just cut their fucking wrist or some shit.
This happened when I was already a grown man. Hector knows. I broke my TV.
Shit, I'm a
did.
grown man.
I broke my TV.
He broke his TV playing a game, playing Batman. Arkham
The
Asylum.
Joker kept when you couldn't get past his mission.
Well, first off, when you died,
Whenever you die, Joker would laugh at you,
yeah,
and he
like,
would
ha,
say
ha,
shit.
ha.
He would say bullshit to you.
You're too fat. You can't complete this.
Basically, bro, that's what I felt like he was telling
Oh, he
me.
did not say that.
No,
Only his.
only mine said that. Bro.
Only his said that.
So I kept getting pissed off, and I went from like shut the fuck up, boom, to I went like mad as hell, like oh shit. And I think I texted him like, hey, I have to go to. You're like, how far did you get in the game? I'm like, well, I'm going to Best Buy right now to buy a new TV.
Yeah, Chris, I don't know about now. It seems a little bit calmer, but Chris had serious anger issues back then.
Do you think that's from being like a only kid?
No, only kid though.
Well, technically, I know you're not an only kid, but you're the only one that lived with your parents for this.
Yeah, but I don't want to say I was a brat because I wasn't a brat. Like because I didn't do that constantly. That didn't always happen. That was like the only time I ever broke anything like that. Because it was funny because I'm a grown man, and that was my TV that I brought. And the fact that I still got fear in me when I broke it, Because my dad's like, why you buying a new TV? I didn't want to tell him why. And then I turned on the TV and look, and he goes, and he had this look, and I was like, it's funny because I'm like, why am I getting upset that he knows about this? When I brought the TV and I'm buying the new TV, but so it's like anything. I don't know if you guys ever had that, like, if you accidentally, like, because sometimes, I think one time, because I had, like, family members coming in and out of our house a lot, when we lived in these apartments, and my mom had a lock on her door because she didn't trust some of the people.
Oh, I thought she didn't.
So one day, I was upset about something, so I went to go to my mom's door.
Did you hear what I said?
No. Say it. Fuck it.
You said my mom had her door locked, and I was like, "Why is she getting cheese clapped?"
Oh shit!
So I fucking went in there once. I guess it must have been a cheap ass lock. I got kind of like upset, because I was going to my mom's room to go cool down, and when I hit the door, I broke the fucking lock, and I remember like instant like fucking. I was crying and shit, like hiding. I knew my dad was going to fuck me up. And it's crazy. I wasn't hit that much, but when that happened. My dad, I think I got that from my dad. When my dad would bottle so much shit in, but when he would blow up, it would be like the scariest fucking thing I'd ever like witnessed.
Yeah, one time we were all hanging out, and it was a completely hypothetical question. It was like, oh, what if you're older and you have a daughter, and your daughter's like 22, and just say she comes home and she tells you, hey, Dad, I done fell in love with this man. Oh, okay, that's cool. You meet him, and the guy's like 40, and Chris automatically said, fuck no, fuck that, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And we were all like, oh, we're onto something. At this point, we were all kind of douchebags, so it's like, let's keep pressing this button.
Kind of? Like, you guys still not are? Like,
I'm a rather nice guy nowadays. So, yeah, just kept pressing that button. Oh, Chris, but she's a grown woman. She could make that decision. She's 22. He's like, no. And he's like, oh, there's nothing you can do to stop her. He's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I said, no, I'm going to fucking kill him. He grabs his shit. He walks out the fucking basement. No. So he grabs his shit, walks out the basement. About 5, maybe 10 minutes go by. Chris comes back. We thought he was calm.
And another thing.
Chris came back. He's like, I fucking forgot my sandwich. He grabs his sandwich and walks out the basement.
But the whole reason why I got pissed off.
Tell me you're fat without telling me you're fat.
Hey, bro, that was a pork chop sandwich from Jim's, all right?
Original Jim's.
Was it cooked all the way? Shit.
It was from Jim's, not Hector's.
Hector didn't make it.
Asshole.
No, the reason why it escalated to that point is because fucking Jonathan's ass was there. And that motherfucker could get, he could get on your nerves. So when I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Bro, you can get on my nerves.
I'm like, bro, I'm done. I'm done with this guy. And he just keeps going on and on and on. So where I'm short fused fucking Chris. And I went fucking crazy.
It's funny that me and my girl had a similar conversation today. Just today. Because my niece, she just turned 17. And I was at their house yesterday. And my sister was telling me that, she's going to take her to get a tattoo. And I was like, oh, whatever. It's your daughter. I don't care. Shit, she's 17, whatever. Mm-hmm. And, she came over today because today we had a church thing for my dad and shit. And my niece was there. She was at work yesterday. And I was like, oh, you getting a tattoo? Like, your mom told me. She's like, yeah, they're going to get matching tattoos, her and her mom, whatever. And then my girl was like, hey, would you ever let Diane, which is my daughter, get a tattoo, like, before she's 18? I was like, I don't know. Like, I think I'll wait. I think I told her to wait when she's 18, That way she could do it herself. That way. Because I can only tell a kid so much, from experience. Like, make sure you're going to get something you want. Make sure you go to a clean place. Yep. Whatever, And then she was like, well, if you don't let her do it, then, she's going to do it without your permission or whatever. And I was like, well, is that... Oh, because she said, so what if she gets it done behind your back? I'm like, I'm going to beat her fucking ass. She's like, well, she was like, well, you have to, kind of let her do her own things or whatever and all that. I understand that. But so if you're going to give me, if the ultimatum is you let me do it now or I'm going to do it behind your back, I'm going to beat your fucking ass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, so why even ask me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just funny because you're just talking about that shit. But yeah, dude, it's like, I understand, when your parents say, no, you can't do that. you're like, oh fuck that, I'm gonna do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the way me as a parent, the way I'm looking at it now, is like if you're giving me an ultimatum, and you're living under my roof.
I feel like now you're trying to tiptoe past that line.
Yeah.
It's like no, fuck that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, since we're on that subject, you say she was 20 and she brought home like a 50-year-old. How would you feel?
Well, she's not. She said she's moving out when she's 18, so she can do the fuck she want to do.
But if she still lived under your roof,
I don't. Or she lived under my roof, I wouldn't allow that.
okay.
I honestly wouldn't allow that, just because.
How old is she?
She's 12.
And she's saying when she's 18, she's gonna move out.
Yeah, that's what she says. I was like,
That's
all right.
so young.
I know. I know. That's what I tell her.
So young and foolish.
Yeah, I tell her like, oh, like child.
You only knew.
Like, all right, because she says she wants to go to college, which is cool. She wants to go away for college and everything, and I want her to do that, bro. Because her mom didn't get to do that. I didn't get to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that she does go to college.
It's one of those situations, not like, oh, I'm just gonna get out. And
right? Yeah, it's not one of those. She wants
to college. Stay.
She says she wants to go to New York and go to college out there. Like that's cool. Whatever. That's fine. You're gonna do what the fuck you're gonna do out there. That's on whatever. But yeah, dude. Like if she was under my roof still, like I'm not gonna have another grown ass man in my house, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because dude would be like your age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically at that time.
Yeah, at that time, yeah. Well, damn, bitch, I'm not that old. She said 28 years. I'll be 38 or I'll be 39, 40. Shit.
I forget she's only 12, bro. I forget she's already 12. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, now she moves out and shit, has her own apartment, her own house.
That's her, yeah.
Do, bro. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it's just kind of weird though, bro. Because as a father, you want what's best for your kids. Yeah. And if she's 30 and wants to date like a 40-something-year-old dude or a 50-year-old, then go ahead. At that point, you're already a grown ass woman. What the fuck you want to do? That's you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at that age of being 20, just because I'm a guy and I know what a 50-year-old's wants, bro. Yeah. You don't want to date another 50-year-old. You want someone who's younger. Especially in their 20s, like early 20s. Like, no, dude. Like, I already know,
It's like when we were younger, we used to go to the clubs and see all those old dudes trying to pick up them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
What was that? V-Live?
Yeah, V-Live.
You see all the old-ass dudes trying to pick up them girls?
Yeah. And they're like fucking 21 and shit, basically.
Yeah, I remember being in high school, and I think I was a sophomore. So, I was like 16. And this one girl, she's like, oh, yeah, my boyfriend's going to come after I get off of school and pick me up. I was like, what do you mean after you get off of school he's going to come? You go to another school? No, he works and this and that. I was like, how old is he? So, he's 19. I was like, your parents cool with that?
Shit, that's not even bad, bro. I remember I knew a girl. She was in my class. I think we're freshman, sophomore, whatever. So 14, 15. She was dating like a 20-plus-year-old dude. A 21-year-old, 22-year-old or some shit. I'm like, bro, that's legally rape, bro.
Yeah. Well,
that's child molestation, bro. You're 22 years old dating a 14, 15-year-old.
The fuck do you want with a teenager?
Especially, one that's like you're still going through puberty at that age.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what did they say? I think at 25 is like when your brain stops growing. Yeah. Or whatever, or you stop fully developing or some shit. That's
25, 26.
Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, it's like, how embarrassing would that be? Let's say you're out of high school, right? You're 22. You go to high school to pick up a fucking 14-year-old and shit. Bro, that's not only is that disgusting, but that's embarrassing, bro. What the fuck?
Well, just like, it's crazy. I never liked the movie, never watched it, but there's like a famous clip of like Matthew McConaughey in some movie. I forget the fucking name of it, where he's like, "That's the cool thing about high school girls. They say the same age. You keep getting older, and they say the same age." It's like, ooh, that's fucking creepy as fuck. People like this movie.
Like R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
When you say, what was it? What did you say?
Bro, I don't care. At the end of the day, that man was.
Wait, what was the question
genius.
they asked him? The reporter asked him, like when you asked, was teenagers?
Yeah.
Or young girls or something?
I forgot what he said.
He was like, "Are you attracted to teenagers?" Or something. He was like, "Now, when you talk about teenagers, how are we talking?" Or some shit. I was like, "Bro, you should have thought about that before you spoke that shit out to existence." Like, Jesus Christ. That is the creepiest shit I ever heard in my life, bro.
I mean, if you go into his story, he was a very weird person. But, I mean, his music was amazing.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of artists like that, too, where I'm like, they're horrible people, but their music
I
was.
was asking my girl this like 2 weeks ago because the whole Kanye thing popped out, and I haven't watched it, but I know this guy started filming him back when he first started off,
Mm-hmm.
and you see clips of him and he looks all different. He fits really to the rap persona of that time, and now you look at him and the motherfucker spent $1 million for a fucking box in the Super Bowl, and he's just wearing a fucking mask sitting there like this. And I was like, do you think that he was doing all that rap persona shit as an act? Or do you think, like, this is an act?
No, this is
Or do
an
you
act.
think he got issues, like, for real?
I think he does have issues for sure, bro.
But
Because, like, Lady Gaga, she does all this shit for attention, and then in the real life, she just be her regular
well,
ass.
she stopped all that shit now. Like she's cool now. You know what I mean?
I don't, like...
No. I'm just saying, like,
But she
so
used to
I
do all
agree
that
with
weird
you.
shit,
Yeah.
and, in her time off, she was like a regular ass person.
But that's just part of her character, though. That's that's
so
part
like,
of her.
is this a character for him, and he's just like getting the last laugh on all of us, or is this motherfucker got issues?
Well, okay.
No, because he dresses like weird as fuck. That's his life,
he looks
bro.
completely fucking different.
Yeah, like all his shit he says on Twitter, bro. That's just how he is, bro. He's mentally fucked.
If you watch that,
You think he's depressed?
that Joe Rogan
I think
episode,
it's a lot of things.
Think it all started with his mom.
I think a
Could
lot.
be.
She kept. If you watch that documentary, she tells him a bunch of shit. Like she said, like you gotta, she'll tell him shit like, oh, you gotta fly high but stay grounded at the same time. And then she said this one, like, I really had to think about it, bro, because she told him, the giant, he don't see himself in the mirror. Well, I'm big as fuck. I see myself in the mirror, but the giant don't see himself in the mirror.
Are you sure you see yourself, or do you just see your gut? That's
You
a big
think-
ass mirror to see you.
But anyway, so like
He
she
needs
grounded.
He needs a shiny pond to look in himself.
So
It's a wall.
motherfuckers. So basically, she grounded him a lot, and I think once that went away, there was nobody really there to ground him. He more had yes man all the time. So all this crazy shit. But
Like an example is what's his name? Usher. Iconic ass career, never any kind of negative influence. But I know one thing he always says is his mom's always been by his side helping him.
she was his manager, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So she kept him out of that bullshit. Like, nope, not gonna let you fall into this. So was it him losing his mom that really like let him go off the fucking rails?
I think that messed him mentally, but
It could be just because, with my own experience, depression is what I think about depression. I think about, someone who smiles during the day, but at night, cries themselves to sleep, is thinking about killing themselves. That's what I think depression is.
Yeah.
Obviously, depression takes a lot of forms.
Yeah.
After my dad passed, my girl says that she thinks I'm depressed. I don't feel it. I do see myself I don't want to do shit sometimes. Most of the times, actually. I just want to be at home, my kids, watch TV on my phone, watch TikTok, whatever. I'm just being more of a homebody now. Is that depression? I don't know. I guess it could be. Because, at times, I would want to go out. Like, oh, let's do this, let's go do this. And now I don't want to do that.
So like when you took that trip to Michigan and went to the museums and stuff like that, you don't get no urge to do that again?
I do. No, I do. I definitely do.
I don't think that's more so I mean, it depends on how your character was before it happened.
Right.
If you were more so like, hey, I want to go out. But I also feel like I used to be one of those people, and I feel like out of our friendship group of people that, we all know each other and hang out and shit, I feel like I was one of the first ones to actually be like, hey, yo, like, we gonna go out? No, sorry.
Yeah.
And these guys used to get fucking pissed. Oh, I ain't heck chilling. I was like, bro, I just got done working fucking 12 fucking hours. I'm fucking exhausted.
But
I think
remember-
that's the thing, too, is because I work so much
and
and
it's
shit,
like, I just
dude.
wanted to be a homebody and just chill.
But
And
I was-
honestly, that was the best thing I could ever do because it actually helped me. I wasn't out spending money. Like,
Yeah.
I used to find myself out spending money on so much bullshit that I didn't need to.
Yep.
Fucking running up bar tabs. For what? Who the fuck am I trying to impress?
Yep.
well, I
Getting
remember
so fucked up I don't remember nights.
I was a little behind. Like I started doing that too after Hector did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Same shit. Like, and then I would always find myself like, it's just crazy because it's like you have to. It's like, why do I have to explain myself to y'all? I just don't want to go out. Y'all say, hey, be true with me, so you don't want to go out. Okay, I say that now. You ask me why, motherfucker? Because I want to chill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was just like you said. I don't know. If it's just a homebody thing or what, but
Yeah, I mean, you lose.
I think once you get to a certain age, bro, just like
Yeah.
going to the bar and all that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. What I did enjoy during, it's only like during a certain season. I like when we go to B-dubs on the Sundays during football season.
Yeah.
That shit's fun. But that's all I really need.
It's still you being a homebody, but I think it's pretty cool that we get together and watch, fucking
Shit
sporting
down
events
here,
and
yeah.
fights and shit.
I see too, like you said, like an age thing, because I work so much. So basically, I'm working like a few 12s a week, and then working 6 days a week, basically. Like sometimes I do. I think I think about it too. Like I feel bad, Like I said, like when I told my girl, "Hey, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to my friend's house real quick," and it's like, "Damn, I'm never home." And
Yeah.
the time I am home, like I want to go to my friend's house or some shit. Like, even coming here, it's like it's just her and my son at home. Everyone's gone and shit. Just me. I'm like, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to my friend's house to record. But I'm gonna do because I'm recording episode. Recording podcast, whatever. But it's just just the age thing. Like we got kids now and everything else. I want to be there more, and because I fucking work all the goddamn time, never fucking home.
Well, I sent you that fucking random ass text a couple weeks ago, and I was like, like on some, not trying to be soft, but I was like, hey, bro, I got a lot of respect for you. And you said, like, why? I was like, well, because I know the work that you put into fixing the basement, making the studio. And I was like, and that time you were fucking working 12-hour shifts all the time. It's because, now I work where he works at, and I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking tiring, bro. I find myself getting off of work. When I work from 6 to 2, bro, best believe, 4 o'clock hit after I'm already showered and everything, I randomly just doze off for like 2 hours.
Bro,
Then I wake up, and then I can't be up too much longer because I got to be back at work at 6.
Yeah.
Because I think the weeks that you work the day shifts, you would go pick up your son, then drop him off, come here, and we'd be down here till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah. And then by the time you would just get something to eat and go right back to sleep, probably. Get ready.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, it was tough, man. But it's just still am and shit. Right now, I'm just more tired. Like, we got little things to do here, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to go.
Well, now that Buster wants to do that other podcast, what's he gonna do? He's in the fucking.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, let's just put the moldings on, but
come down, sweep, put the pan down.
But no, dude, yeah, it's like I said, I don't know what depression is, dude, but yeah, that could be a form of it. You know what I'm saying?
If I could give you any kind of advice, honestly,
don't shoot myself.
I feel like that's.
I feel like you would reach out to somebody before we came down to that road. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out that way. But if I could honestly give you advice, I lost my father, and I had a lot of loss around that time period. One thing I did try was therapy.
My girl tells me all the time, like, you need fucking therapy.
Unfortunately, the therapy I was getting at the time, I ended up switching about 3-4 different therapists within a short time period because the therapist kept leaving the fucking company that I was going to. And then ultimately I was left with a therapist that cared more about telling me about his fucking problems, and I'm a fucking teenager, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if your last name is Studebaker and you guys were the family that made the fucking Studebaker. I don't care if you're.
Wait, really?
Fucking, yeah.
Hey, you got his number? Talk about
it. I don't care if your fucking daughter or son's having fucked up. Really, like, bro, it's supposed to be about me. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hour later, all right, your time's up. So can I talk about it? Nope, time's up.
So I mean, honestly, I would give you a suggestion because at the time I was also younger, and I was like, no, I don't got a problem. Especially once they started thinking like, oh, you may have a chemical imbalance. Basically saying, oh, you may be bipolar. It's like, no, you guys are full of shit. Y'all done had me seeing all these people. But if I can give you some advice and I could help you out too in searching, is honestly give therapy a try, because I know you're an older person. You're in a better state of mind.
Not that old.
No, but as opposed to being a teenager, you're gonna be like, oh, fuck that. The therapy's for crazy people. Therapy's not for crazy people.
Yeah.
Therapy is something that's very. This is the one thing I say. If you want to give therapy a try, know in your heart that you want to give therapy a try, because it'll never work until you want it to work.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of people go through therapy and they're like, man, this is a fucking waste of time, because you don't want it. It's like going to fucking Alcoholics Anonymous.
Right, yeah,
I hate that they fucking send people. Like, I understand why you have to get sent there, but they're not going to get the help they need because in their eyes, they don't see a problem. Like, you got to want to change. So, I mean, if you feel like you may have a depression and you may want to talk about it, honestly, like, therapy really does help. And nowadays, the way it's set up, bro, like, you could fucking literally filter online this is what I need.
Yeah, they have a thing online now too, where
you can
could
filter
text.
like, look, I
You
need
could text too.
I need somebody who specializes with loss of parents. You can even, if you want a fucking minority as your fucking therapist, if you want a male or a female, all that, and then it'll prop up their bios, and then you just send them an email and they'll message you back.
It's crazy because I read that does matter a lot as far as like how Hector said, like having like a certain minority that fits your, because like how's it gonna be like you talking to a white woman? You know what I mean? Like nothing against them, she's probably great at her job, but you can't relate nothing with her.
Yeah.
So if you get somebody that's like been through similar shit that can relate it, like, you know, it all goes into certain people, you know what I mean? But my mom, you know, she's been seeing a therapist, and my mom's therapist, Margaret Frost, looks like a fucking clone of my fucking mom. Yeah. And she goes, I love Margaret. I'm like, I wonder why.
You know how therapists have like that client could
Confidentiality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, someone passes away, if you could obviously pay them and shit to like
Come to the
to talk to them to where like, because I would want to know what my dad would tell the therapist, because he used to go to the therapist all the time.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I'll ask my girl. She's a therapist.
Oh really?
So he used to go to therapy.
Yeah, he's going to therapy, bro. Because my dad was suicidal. My dad was suicidal at times. I know there was a story he said when he was young as fuck. I think I wasn't even born yet. I don't think it was just my oldest brother and my sister at the time, and he said that he was even about committed suicide or whatever. I think with a gun or some shit. But then he didn't, obviously. But and then like 10 years ago, maybe, or some shit like that, maybe a little sooner. He said same shit, that he was getting thoughts again. He was saying that like when he was driving, that he was like, you know how what's that thing called? That void. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That like you're not gonna do it, but you just think like, man, what if I jump off this bridge? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, everybody has that.
That's how but knowing that he had suicidal thoughts before, it's not void. You know, he was just saying that like when he would drive, he's like, what if I just run into this pole and just end the shit, or into a tree, whatever, shit like that. Because he was actually in the psych ward in St. Catherine. Because I forgot how it happened, but I think he told his therapist actually. I think he told his therapist.
Yeah, if it's anything like that.
Yeah, and they called
they're supposed to break that confidentiality,
right?
Because then they're at risk,
right.
Or if they say, "Oh, I want to harm a person," if the therapist sees, okay, like this is a little too detailed, like then they can break that.
Yeah, but that's why we got. Remember, that's a similar thing when we had Jerry on. That's why we didn't know what to do with that episode, because he was almost vivid with the stuff that he was saying. So we're like, we're now therapists, so we don't know. Do we contact somebody about this? Or what?
So does anything like that run in your family? Does anybody else have these kind of thoughts?
Not that I know of. You know,
Not that you know of.
That's such a big family. I have to literally ask everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, but again.
Then coming from our backgrounds, I'm actually surprised that you told me you would see a therapist. You know, because he's an older Mexican.
Hispanic, exactly.
So,
you know, Hispanic and everything else.
That's really good that he saw.
And that's why, you know, I do want to do this. You know what I'm saying, for my kids and shit. You know, for myself too, because of the whole. You know, because my dad never really showed emotion like that. You know, held it in line in the same way. But yeah, I remember we got a call and shit. I think it was like barely 20. I don't even remember. But, you know, St. Catherine, he was there for like a few days or some shit. Mm-hmm. But after that, you know, we would talk to him and everything else.
Probably 72 hours?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And
are you able to visit them when they're in that?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that's pretty strict.
I wasn't sure, yeah.
Yep. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never had suicidal thoughts ever in my life. You know, the void shit, of course, you know, after like, man, what would happen like if I just, you know what I'm saying? And it was weird, too. It's like I would tell my girl shit sometimes, like I always put myself in like people's shoes, or like kind of visually, you know, like when you see someone laying there, you know, like how my dad was and shit. Like I just put myself in his, like, try to put myself in his body. Like, man, what the fuck did he feel? You know, what kind of, because my cousin, he died from a tragic car accident, and it was like instant, basically death and shit. And when that happened, I thought to myself, like, fuck, dude, like what? I wonder what went through his mind. You know, me mentally put myself in his like position, like kind of like if I was in the driver's seat and just like all of a sudden just felt that shit. Like that's crazy, bro. It's just, I don't know if it's just because like I feel bad and I just want to know like what it would feel like, not what it would feel like, but what they felt. You know what I'm saying, before they win or some shit. And Like I don't look again. I don't know if that's like a whole void shit, or if that's just like a whole.
I think that's more so. I mean, I don't know exactly.
Not that I want to feel pain and shit, obviously, but I
think
just
it's
like
more so like just a way of you kind of showing empathy, if I could say that. You know, if it makes any kind of sense. Like these people were suffering through something, and you know, to a point it kind of bothers you. You know, like what was their last thoughts? What was their feelings?
But not even just them, just because they're family, but like see on TV and shit or whatever.
Well, see,
I mean, you put on a nice little tough guy show, and I'm not trying to downplay
dude,
masculinity.
By
but
far, I'm not.
You're a very like emotional, and it's not a weakness. You're a very emotional person.
I am, dude. I really am.
That's one of the biggest things I respect about you.
Yeah, honestly, and I really do respect you for that because you really do care about other people. Like, you like to help other people who are in need.
Yeah.
People who don't have things that you have, and you know, you go out of your way and help them. And there's so many people in this world that just pass these people up. It's like my dad. Yep. I remember I was walking with my dad one day, and he was like, "There's this hobo," and he's like, "Oh, can I get $1?"
Yeah, why do you have to be a hobo? Why do you have to be a hobo?
It was a hobo.
You a homeless person, bro?
It was a homeless person, yeah. A very, known homeless person in Chicago.
But that's like calling a little person a midget, bro. That's how I think about it.
A hobo's a hobo.
I never.
Yeah, because he's homeless. A hobo to me just seems like a dirtbag or something.
Hey, we're not going to this discussion.
So hobo. What I think of when you say hobo right away is exactly what I pictured. A guy walking around with that little like stick.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, we seen a homeless person. Okay, PC. And he's like, "Hey, can I get $1?" And my dad gave him $5, and I was like, "Why'd you give him $5? He asked for $1." Like, why give him anything at all?
Yeah.
He's like, "Well," I was like, "Think of it like this. He's asking me for it, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "He could very easily try and take that from me." I was like, "What?
Why is?
Like, what do you mean? Like, you're tough. You ain't gonna let nobody." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but at least he's asking, and he's not trying to, do harm to other people."
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, you don't... Like, my dad had an alcohol problem, but he wasn't, like, a mean alcoholic or nothing like that, but he had an alcohol problem. And, he said, you don't know what other people are going through. You don't know how they ended up... Like, nobody wants to be fucking homeless. You don't know what they went through to get here.
Yep.
Like, do you understand what it... And I understand now as I got older, like, I hate asking people for anything. Like, I could be fucking in a very horrible situation, and I'm not... Like, my pride refuses me to ask for fucking help to the point that I only go to this guy because this is like my closest fucking friend here. I mean, I haven't known him as long as I've known some of my other friends, but I know when it comes down to it, Chris is always going to be a reliable person who's always going to be there, and he's not going to be there judgmentally.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Too many people are judgmental.
They ask too many questions and shit.
And I reciprocate the same to Chris. One of Chris's favorite stories about our friendship is the fact that he went out to go buy this CD that was releasing. That's how long ago it was. He buying a fucking CD, and his car broke down, and he's like, "Fuck, now I'm stranded." And he fucking called me, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm busy. What's up?" He's like, "Oh, my car broke down. I'm over here." He's like, "But I'll just call." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I got you, bro. Like, where you at?" Okay,
yeah.
And I pulled up. I dropped what I was doing to go help him because.
Yeah, I remember I was shy. Like I was like, because I knew you probably like a year after that, right? And I think that's what started our strong like brotherhood. Because then we started reciprocating for each other, and then we would call each other like, whatever. Like if me or Hector felt like certain thoughts, we would call and talk to each other about that shit. Like we weren't afraid to be fucking vulnerable with each other.
Yeah, like I told him it was a while back, and not too many people know this, but I had thoughts of it was scary when I was driving because like I would see myself getting into car accidents, kind of like you said.
Oh, I do that too.
Like, it was like, I'm driving, and then it's like, my brain cuts away from what I'm actually fucking doing, and I see a fucking car coming, and I'm fucking, boom, head on.
Oh, no. What I think about is, I'm driving the highway and shit, or whatever, like Klein Avenue, and I just, like, think, like, because I always pay attention on the road, bro. I'm always looking at that car, this car behind me on this, whatever. So when merging, exit, whatever, I'm always paying attention. And I always think about, like, man, this guy could just come, and I'm staring at his ass. This guy could just come and fucking hit me out of nowhere and shit.
You could be the safest driver. It's not going to take you.
Yep.
But, yeah, I had a period in which I was, like, basically envisioning, like, kind of my end. And it lasted a while, but it was like, I ended up getting through it, because I had a friend like him that would help me out and talk these things, And Jimmy is another person. I could call Jimmy sometimes, and me and Jimmy would have conversations about some real life issues. And I never take that for granted. It's like,
the fuck.
It's good to have people that you could trust and talk to who aren't going to be there judgmentally.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be like, like say you just call me and be like da da da, we talk it out, and then there'll be people out there who'll be like, they'll no call Chris, but you believe what the fuck Freddy just called me about? It's
right.
Like, no, bro, that's nobody's fucking business. They didn't reach out to that person. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like that's between y'all. So I mean, life's crazy, bro. I mean, we're humans. Humans are. There's a reason we're at the top of the food chain, bro. We're different. Yeah.
He's definitely at the top of the food chain over here.
He done dropped the whole pyramid.
I took that fucking food pyramid to the fucking heart, bro.
That's what. If you did, we wouldn't be here.
No, but no, as far as like you're saying, like you picked them up and shit. I try to help people out. That's what my dad was, but like I think it was like last year or some shit. This dude I went to school with. We don't really speak. Me and him are into guns and shit. So if he would buy a new gun, he would show me, oh, look, I just bought this. So I got, vice versa, Or if he was selling a gun, or if I knew someone, if I was selling a gun, or I would hit him up and a few other people, whatever. And one time, I was at home just chilling. I think I had just got off of work, or I was going to. Actually, I think it was before picking my son up from daycare. Like it was like an hour before I had to pick him up, and I was just chilling, right? Not thinking about shit, watching TV. And I get a call from him. I'm like, oh shit, like whatever. He's like, bro. He was like, hey man. He's like, I need a favor. I'm like, what's up? He's like, dude, I done called everybody in my fucking on my contact list. He's like, the last person, like, dude, you can give me a ride. Like, my car just stalled and shit on Klein Avenue, and he lived. I don't know if he still lives there or not, but on Guthrie, like those apartments back there. And he's like, I'm not too far. I'm like a mile, like right before Michigan Avenue.
Okay.
He's like, I'm like right there, like just past it. And without hesitation, I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you, whatever. And I picked him up. I took him home. I think I took him home or some shit. And he's like, he's like, oh, thanks and everything. I was like, no problem. And shit. And I think he tried to give me money. I'm like, no, bro, you're good. And I just try to be that person. Because, dude, I would hate to imagine calling your whole contact list and shit. And then no one fucking can do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? You're like stuck, basically. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck. I just, without hesitation, was like, yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. But because my dad was like that. I remember we're in Mexico, and there was like where my uncle lives still now. He owns a store. I don't even know if that family still lives there or not. But it was like kind of like down the street or like a couple houses down. It was a family in need. I remember we went there. Last time we went, my dad, and I didn't know what was going on. I remember he just like bought like a whole bunch of groceries for them and shit. And I remember that, and I was like, dude, that's dope. And I think from that point on, I just thought to myself, like, well, shit, that's what you do. It's just like no ifs, ands, or buts. Like if someone needs help, that's automatically what you do, bro. You just do it. That's being a human, bro.
It's crazy too, cause like I got a story in which back when I used to work with the railroad, bro, I actually had an employee. And he was always on time, never failed. One day he just doesn't show up for work. I'm like, what the hell? This ain't like him.
Yeah.
And I call him, nothing, straight to voicemail. Well, I don't know how the hell it happened, but his girlfriend calls my phone a couple hours later.
Yeah.
And she tells me, hey, he wanted me to call you and let you know that, he couldn't make it into work and he couldn't call you. But it's not like, it's something that he did. It's not like he's just blowing off work.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, what's going on? It's like, well, I don't really know if I should tell you. I was like, no, like, let me know. What's going on? Long story short, he got locked up over some BS. Traffic violation. And I was like, damn. I was like, is he okay? Is he still locked up? Yeah, he's still locked up. It's like, all right. Is he getting out? So I don't know. She's like, we're trying to figure that out. I was like, all right. I was like, well, how much is his, bond to get him out? She's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, how much is it? She told me. I was like, okay. I was like, well, where are you right now? She told me. I was like, all right, I need you to meet me here at this time. She's like, for what? I was like, I'm going to get you the money, get him out. And the next day I see him.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me, he's like, hey man, he's like, I just got to tell you, like, we ain't even known each other that long. He's like, and when I tell you that my girl went to everybody and anybody
Yep.
that is close as hell to me, and everybody was full of excuses, and you were the last person I would have expected to pay my bond. He's like, I'm going to pay you back. A week later, he paid me back the money in full.
Yeah.
And I got people who are close to me who are like family and friends and stuff like that. So not like friends that, you know, they'll ask me for some money and I help them out, and then I don't hear from them. And it's like, yeah, it's cool. Like, I helped you out. I did. I know in my heart I did something good because you were in need. But don't come to me again, because once you burn that bridge, the bridge is burnt.
Yep.
You know, because I'm a helpful person and I'm a kind person, but you're not gonna take.
Yeah,
me back
I ain't stupid, bro.
Exactly. So I mean, it's just crazy. Like he was very appreciative of that, and you know, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like if people weren't so fucking selfish, everything would be so much better.
Well, not everything. A lot of things, yeah.
It's like too many people are just out thinking for themselves instead of thinking about the whole picture. And it's like, I understand it. You gotta think about yourself, but it's like you can't be so fucking ruthless and, you know, just cutthroat about shit.
Yeah.
And then take advantage of people. Like, that's fucking. You're not gonna get nowhere. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be like that the rest of your life.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know. I always try and help people out when they're in need. And
Same.
if it don't help out, like if it don't come back the way it should, hey, now we know. Like you could delete my number because you probably blocked.
It's crazy. It's a lot, not like we do it for the gratification, but like to see some the people's like their face or their like, you know what I mean, their gratitude. It just makes you feel like a little better. Like, you know, like, yeah, you know, I hope you pass that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just. It's this whole, what you call it? I worked at Ultra. You remember I worked at Ultra?
Yeah.
I was like, you know, doing the carts for Ultra and shit. And I worked with this dude who had 3 kids. And it was one night, it was like a couple of days before payday. And he was getting the kids. He was like, oh man, I didn't even know I was getting the kids tonight. And he wasn't asking for anything. He was just like, damn. And then his kids got dropped off to him when we were getting off. And the kids were asking about food. And he didn't, you know, I wasn't even like paying, like, we weren't even that close to each other. I just kind of overheard.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, we'll figure something out. And then I pulled him to the side. I said, hey, yo, come here. I said, you got food for them? And he's like, no. He goes, I thought I was going to get them after payday, you know. And I was like, you're just like fucking $15, bro. Go to Little Caesars. You know, that's when it was the $5.
Yeah, not like 18
and
bucks and
then,
shit.
you know, come payday, he tried to pay me back. I said, did you feed your kids with that? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, you don't have to pay me back. I said, I'm just glad you fed your kids. And
Yeah.
you know, I felt bad for, like, you know what I mean, imagine being a kid and being hungry, or, you know, you being a father and not being able to provide for your kids, like, you know, kind of felt bad about that situation. But then I got the other dude that got arrested. I told you about that before, right? Not him. It was another guy that got arrested right in front of me when we were working in the middle of our shift because he wasn't paying child support.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, the cop came, and then I went to my boss, Frank, and said, hey, Frank Castro was his name. I said, hey, Frank.
Really? Frank Castro?
Frank Castro.
Did you guys call him
Punisher's name?
Yeah, that's Punisher's name.
I was going to say, did you guys call him Punisher?
No, because he was an old fat white guy, so he looked nothing like the Punisher. I used to
still,
make jokes like that motherfucker ain't punishing shit. But
But his health?
he looked like the fucking weatherman from Channel 9.
Isn't that Tom Skillet?
Yeah. But I was like, hey, Frank, bro, know what I'm supposed to do, Darnell? This got arrested.
Like, what?
He's like, oh shit, I'll send somebody. And then I was like, I never seen him. I said, so did he get? Oh yeah, he got fired. So okay.
Damn, I wonder how long he stopped paying child support or at all for him to get arrested like that.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty lengthy.
Sheesh.
I know quite a few people that have died bad. I'm like,
Tear.
I don't know. It's like hard for me to see that. Like, how could you have a child even if it didn't work out? Like, how could you not provide for them?
Exactly. That's why I was like,
What type of human being are you?
because I used to think like, man, I thought that guy was cool. Little I know, he was kind of a piece of shit.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's cheaper to keep her.
it is.
How the saying goes, cheaper to keep her. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. It's just this world, dude. Is like you said, man. If people were more like, like how you were saying, they help one another out without any like feeling of, oh, he's gonna take care of me later. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Was that like quid pro quo or whatever the fuck they call that shit?
It needs to be done.
Wait, that's what that is?
Quid pro quo is that?
Yeah, right. Jamie, look it up.
I don't think that's what quid pro quo is.
I just remember in
Look it
the
up.
I
For
think
me.
you mean pro bono.
No, pro bono is free.
yeah, pro bono is
okay.
just. It's because I just remember that saying or that phrase from the
Signs
Trump.
Oh yeah.
No, from Trump.
Signs of the Lambs, he said that.
Oh really? No, I was talking about the Trump administration. Because I remember that whole thing was going on. Where,
I'm pretty sure it's like you do something for me, I do something for you.
A favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something.
yeah, see, he was right.
Points to you.
I watch a lot of that shit.
Well, I can tell you're not very.
I knew it. I knew it. I mean, the Oculus been helping me.
You been using Oculus for the
I've been doing the
Pilates and shit.
I've been doing the fighting games.
That's dope. Yeah, dude, that's a workout
I was
shit.
about to say, don't do yoga because if you do a downward dog, you ain't get back up.
No, I think I told you the fucking Buster was like, oh, they have a John Wick game. You should check it out. And I look it up. I'm like, Christian, one of the fucking challenges in that game is to do a diving shot where you dive and shoot. I said, you think where the fuck am I gonna dive at? That I'm ain't gonna cause no fucking wreckage to anything.
No earthquake and shit.
Outside.
I'll fucking do dive down here. What the fuck?
No, I doubt they gotta dive.
No, I'll show you the clip.
No way. But why would they want people to?
Aren't you gonna break the Oculus?
Yeah.
Diving?
Maybe the guy just fucking did it for
Yeah.
the video or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's why you gotta create a fucking like safe space or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta fucking dive and shit. You're gonna hurt yourself. You know,
You're gonna break the fucking. You're gonna break
Especially
the
if like you
fucking.
turn around and shit, you're facing the wall or something. Like you fucking dive and
Break the
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
$200 or something.
Nah, that was just for like clickbait shit or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, dude, I think of fucking shit.
Well, on that note, Freddy got to take his shit. Something's going on upstairs.
I think they're a dog.
All right, guys. Good having you, Hector.
It was nice having Hector. We didn't expect to. I didn't expect that you'd be here.
Which kind of looks a little surprised. All right.
Welcome to the Monkey Center podcast.